So this is music to my ears. Hiking at Pinckney State Recreation Area, back home from the desert Southwest. Getting a few hikes in this week. Keeping my legs in shape. Feels good to be back home in the woods. So, just did about 4.5 miles. Clipped a couple sub 20-minute miles. Only have a day pack on. And a couple water bottles. Looking forward to go over by my old friend by Blind Lake. Finally got away from Half Moon. Sound like DNR's out doing some construction and maintenance and a lot of noise. So it's good to hear the croakers out here. Temps are nice. 60s. Feeling a little bit of humidity coming. There's a storm front coming through, cold front coming through. We're supposed to get some rain, at least south of here. And I think here in Pinckney as well. Trail conditions are awesome. No mud, no bikes, and no people. Spring is not sprung just yet. No leaves, and it's nice to be able to see through the trees. A few months you won't be able to see anything but the path ahead. Half moon is really calm today. Don't get to see it like this very often. Trail ahead. And over there, far off into the distance, that's Bruin Lake. You can hear a leaf blower off in the distance. Otherwise, it's nice and quiet. Just the hint of a breeze, which feels wonderful. Great morning. So we're probably about a mile and a half out to Blind Lake. I'm coming into a section that an online fellow hiker has nicknamed Melissa's Hill. At least I think that's what he called it. I think Melissa's Mountain sounds a lot better. I'll have to send him this and see what he thinks. I think that trail might go over towards Bruin. I'm gonna have to check that out. But I like this being called Melissa's Mountain. Good, hard, uphill section. Now this is reminiscent of being in the Smokies. Only the Smokies, they just keep going and going and going. Camera does not pick up the steepness of the incline. Not further, not too much further to go. And there you have it. Melissa's Mountain has been done in Pinckney State Recreation Area. Back on the trail. Back home to Blind Lake Campground. View here from Campsite 3. Completely empty right now. Hiking out of Blind Lake and coming up to a section of the trail that will forever be known as Bonnie's Pass. Looks like they've done a little bit of work, moved some markers. So, as the story goes, hiking through here, first time out of Blind Lake with my good friend Bonnie, this is where we made a wrong turn. We were supposed to go this way. We ended up going that way. We're going the right way now. So they've rerouted this a little bit because the trail used to go up on top of that ridge there. And now we're down here. So this is all new. This has all been redone since the last time I've gone through here. We'll have to see how the trail is. It looks like we're taking it a little bit up and down and along the side of the hills. Just when I was thinking I was going to take a jacket off, we're getting a little sprinkle. Still on this new section here. We'll have to see where it joins up with the old, if it joins up with the old. Oh, I love the bench. Check that out. If I could do that at home, it would be a miracle. Wow. That is so cool. All right, hike on. I don't want to be out in the rain. particularly want to be out in the rain, though I can handle it if I need to. So the old trail must have been getting too much erosion, and that's part of the reason why they moved it. That's my guess. But they've redone a few sections of it, and I'll have to see how this is. And there it is. New trail ahead, or behind in my case. And rain is picking up a little bit. I'm glad I didn't take my jacket off. I'm wondering now if I'm on the old section. This could be. They do a very good job of disguising the old trail. So this looks like it might be older, just by the way the treadway is worn. Anyways, hiking on. So I don't know, this does not look as familiar as I recall. There were other hunting trails that went through here, so we may have taken some of those and expanded on them. But this is all new territory. I don't recall seeing a lot of this scenery. And boy, there's been some blowdowns, at least, you know. Look at that tree right there. Wow. So I have to go look at my records, but I can't recall the last time I hiked this. It would have been last spring, maybe. So this may have been done over the summer last year, and I just haven't caught up yet. I don't think I did any fall hiking up here that I can remember. Now this part, I do remember this. Well, maybe not. I think that's a new bridge. Because we're over this side a lot further. I don't recall being back over that way. I'd have to check my GPS and see for sure, but this all looks like it's pretty new construction. And I don't remember a wave on the bridge like that. Yep. So that's all new. I think the crossing down low over this ditch was back over that direction. Oop, biker. How you doing? Still on a new section. A lot of rocks and a smiley face. Well, I hope they connected up with the old section right before that little pond. I always like that. And I'm curious about the mileage too, because it seems like this is longer. We are working our way back towards the old section. At least that's what it feels like. This might have been here for a while. That looks like it's been beat up. And curious. The old section went that way. These look strategically placed. Well, we'll see. Well, I think I was right about that connection point, because here's our lake. And this appears to be the same or similar to the old route. Here's our bench up ahead. It might have been moved, I don't know. Ooh, dead man. I think that bench got moved. I'm glad they kept this section here. It goes by the lake. Well, it might be routed just a little bit differently. We'll see. I know I've taken a wrong turn here before, and I did see some new no trespassing signs from the neighbors. So this feels like it's a little bit further over towards private property than the old trail. I'm glad we kept a view of the lake. Got a couple squirrels playing. Nice and quiet. And another dead man. I'm surprised they didn't take care of those. So this does connect with the old section. So we're back on the old treadway, but this is one of the reasons why they have relocated the trail. It's because look at how that's eroded. I'm surprised that they didn't do this section here. Especially with the bike traffic. So we've got a couple big old birds. But yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't do anything with this. But maybe that's on their to-do list. But there were sections like this that were eliminated by that new reroute. You can see the erosion that happens here. And they've put a lot of rocks and things to help prevent that on the new reroute. Well, let's see what other surprises are in store for us. We're just 9 miles past now. Slowing down a little bit. Legs are feeling it. hike on. Well, we've made it to Pickerel Lake. This section of the trail is part of the Potawatomi, more commonly known as Potto, and the Waterloo-Pinckney trail, which extends from Pinckney area to Portage Lake or Waterloo area. Have been some bikers on the trail. Seem to encounter them at the wrong spot. They're going downhill fast. So pays to pay attention on those sections. Usually you can hear them coming. But I think we're less than a couple miles from the end. I just turned 10 miles. I think that reroute after Blind Lake is a little bit longer. I could be wrong, but not certain. Oh, good. I see one of our favorite landmarks is still here. It's a nest. It's Bigfoot's nest. Lake looks beautiful. 68 degrees. A little bit of humidity. Shed a layer. Coming up on the section that I hiked on Monday. Did 5.4 Monday. I'm gonna end up about 12 today. Yes, we are back on the Waterloo-Pinckney trail. Mile 31. And there it is. The end of the trail. No, we did not do 35 miles on the Waterloo-Pinckney. But we did about 11 and a half on the Blind Lake Loop, which was Crooked Lake, Potto, Waterloo-Pinckney combined. All right, about ready to call it a day.